Hello and welcome to CMS Forex News. I'm your market analyst, Nick Nassad. Today is Thursday, January 22nd, 2009. Japan's trade balance was in deficit for a third month in a row, falling 320 billion yen or $3.6 billion. That is the unadjusted value. Exports were down 35% on the year, the sharpest decline since 1980, the earliest year that data goes back in comparable terms. Shipments to the US, China, and Europe all fell by the most ever in annual terms. The yen gained overnight on concerns over global growth, which has spurred risk aversion and weighed on global stocks. The Aussie-yen pair, after recovering in late trading yesterday to hit 59.40, fell 170 pips overnight to test the area around 57.50. The Bank of Japan concluded its meeting yesterday, downgraded its assessment of the economy, and said that the economy will face deflation ahead. U.S. stocks fell in the morning, recovered slightly in the afternoon, but remained negative at the close. The midday recovery did help give a bounce back to the Aussie and other carry trade currencies, but that sentiment may be short-lived. European industrial orders fell 4.5% in November as the recession picked up steam and cut into capital spending by companies. On the year, orders were down 26.2%, a record decline. Records here go back 10 years to the launch of the euro. The recession, brought about by the financial turmoil that squeezed off credit last year, is cutting demand both at home and abroad. The euro-dollar pair fell from its highs from yesterday near 1.3080 after a retest in European trading. It then fell in favor of the dollar following the weak Eurozone orders data. The pair found support at 1.29, which was higher than yesterday's low. In the UK, the CBI Industrial Trends Survey, which measures demand for new orders, fell to negative 48 for January, meaning there was a net balance of 48% more respondents saying orders were weaker than those saying orders were better compared to this time last year. The report said that the prospects for the next quarter appear even more negative. Similar to the Aussie yen we looked at earlier, the pound-yen pair fell overnight, but it found support at the 121 level, which was higher than the record low seen yesterday near 119. That could be a sign that the recent downtrend may have finished for now, and we may see some consolidation or retracement. Jobless claims in the U.S. rose more than expected for the week ending January 16th. Claims are up 62,000 to 589,000, which matched the highest level in 26 years. The pace of firings continues at a fast pace to start the new year, causing more workers to seek jobless benefits. A labor market that continues to deteriorate in the first half of this year will act to prolong the current recession. There were 2.6 million jobs lost in 2008, and the unemployment rate climbed to 7.2%, which is the highest level in almost 16 years. Housing starts in the U.S. fell 15.5% in December to an annualized rate of 550,000 units. This was the worst reading since records began in 1959 and came in far below expectations. Sales of new homes has dried up as a result of tighter lending by banks and the worsening economic situation. Building permits, which are a leading indicator of future construction, also fell to a record low. U.S. home prices fell 1.8% on a seasonally adjusted basis from October to November, more than the 1.1% decline in the prior month, according to the Federal Housing Finance Agency's monthly house price index. For the 12 months ending in November, U.S. prices fell 8.7%. The combination of housing data today shows no easing in the housing sector recession. Sales in Canada fell 2.4% in November, which is the largest monthly decline since January 1998. A major reason for the fall was a 15% drop in sales at gas stations, which was a direct result of falling prices and not volume. Retail sales in November were pulled down considerably also by a 7.1% decline in sales in the automotive sector. The US dollar-Canadian dollar pair retested its high from yesterday near 1.2740 following the weak Canadian data. Yesterday we saw the pair break below its line of support, and today that level looks like it turned into resistance. We'll monitor if that means the uptrend we have been following the last 2 weeks will see a correction or a change to a sideways range. Looking at the releases that will end the week, Japan will post its All-Industrial Activity Index. Overnight, we will get preliminary data on manufacturing and services from Germany and the Eurozone, and the UK will release its first look at fourth quarter GDP along with its retail sales. Tomorrow, there are no releases from the US and only one from Canada, its consumer prices for December. And that wraps up today's broadcast. Thank you for joining us here at cmsfx.com, and join us here tomorrow as we wrap up the week.